Question 5. A remote control toy car moves back and forth along a straight path so that its velocity at time t is given by the function v, where Vt is measured in feet per second and t is measured in seconds. Alright, so Vt is right here. The graph of Vt is shown below. Question A. Find the acceleration of the car at time t equals 1 second. Alright, so at time t equals 1 second, it should be this function right here. We need to find the derivative of this function, right? So we have a of t is v prime of t, right? And it's going to be 4t cubed minus 24t square plus 32t, right? The reason why we use this function because t equals 1 is inside this interval, right? Now we have a of 1 is v prime of 1. It's going to be 12 feet per second square, right? Now question B. Is the car speeding up or slowing down at time t equals 1 second? Alright, so speeding up if at times vt greater than 0. In other words, at and vt have the same sign, right? Slowing down if at times vt less than 0. In other words, at and vt have the opposite sign, right? So we need to calculate v of 1. It's going to be 9, right? This guy is greater than 0. Now a of 1 we got above. It's going to be 12 greater than 0, right? A of 1 and v of 1 have the same sign. The car speeding up, right? Now question C. Find the distance in feet that the car travel over the time interval 0 to 4. Alright, so the distance is the interval of the absolute value of Vt, right? From 0 to 4, so we have. So from 0 to 4, we look at this function right here. Vt is above the axis, right? So it's going to be positive, right? So we can remove the absolute value side without changing anything. And we just integrate this one, so it's going to be 1/5 t to the 5th minus 8/4 t to the 4 plus 16 over 3 t cubed evaluated from 0 to 4, right? And we just substitute 4 for t, right? If you substitute 0 for t, it's going to be 0, right? So it's going to be, you just leave the answer like this, right? Now question D. Find the average velocity of the car over the time interval 6 to 12. Alright, so we need to use the average formula. Now in this situation, A is 6, B is 12, right? So it's going to be 1 over 12 minus 6 interval from 6 to 12. Now 6 to 12, we're going to use this function, right? It's going to be 1 over 6. Now we need to take antiderivative of this one, right? Remember, antiderivative of cosine of as plus b ds is going to be 1 over a sine of as plus b plus c. So keep that in mind. So this guy turns out to be 1 over pi over 3, which is 3 over pi times 10 is going to be 30 over pi sine of pi over 3t, right? Minus 10t evaluated from 6 to 12, right? So it's going to be 1 over 6. Substitute 12 for t. So we have sine of 4 pi minus 10 times 12 is going to be 120. Subtract, substitute 6 for t. So it could be 30 over pi sine of 2 pi minus 60, right? So we have 1 over 6 times sine of 4 pi equals 0, right? So this guy turns out to be negative 120. Subtract sine of 2 pi equals 0, and this could be minus 60, right? So the answer is negative 10 feet per second, right? Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Remember that if you failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail.
We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand